Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. We were gone a while, but now we're back, and we have a good show for you guys today. So stay tuned to hear good sports stuff from your favorite guys.
Go Saints. Go Mojo is mine. Bro. Go Mojo is pro. Go Mojo getting too many TDs. Come Mojo running free. You can't take it down. You try to tackle him. You look like such a clown. 1, 2, green, 1, 2, red. He hurdles you right over your head. Komodo's the best, he helps you rest. Nope, that's creepy case. Oh, wait, we're hot. Komodo is mine. Bro, Komodo is pro. Komodo is mine. Bro.
Hey, this is Quinn, reminding you to please take a moment and smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. And while you're at it, click on the notification bell to never miss an upload of Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. Enjoy the show. Hello, Yellow, and welcome back to Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. We've been gone for a while, but now we are back, and we are ready to talk about the NFL. 5 weeks have passed. We're about to be in week 6 tomorrow, actually. So, big things are happening. Big stuff is going on right now in the NFL. So, we're gonna give a recap. We got the fantasy going on. I'm pretty sure that was our last video talking about fantasy. Maybe it was talking about the first week of the NFL. But we're here, and we're gonna talk about it all. Big things are gonna happen. We're gonna let you guys know. We're gonna let you guys in on a little secret of ours that's gonna be upcoming. And we're gonna talk about the Sports Babble team. Talk about that a little bit. So we're just gonna get right into it. So Miles, first off, I say we leave the secret for the end.
I say we do that too.
Wait, you're going to leave the secret till the end?
We're going to leave the secret till the end. We're going to make them wait.
Just put it in the middle so they can't just fast forward to the end.
Do you guys want to start off with a little fantasy update?
Sure.
Fantasy.
I have it up right
all right,
now.
Noah's got the standings right here. Wait, let's just give a quick recap. In the fantasy league, we have me, Miles, Noah, the DAD, the MOM, which has yet to be made into a abbreviation. I can't remember what that word's called.
I forget too. I don't think we have one.
We have Camden, who's been on the show. We have Quinn Calp, who was one of the first members on the show, and we have Griffin, who has yet to make an appearance on the show, but maybe he will be on the show soon. Hopefully.
Is that the plan?
That's not the secret, but
that's not the.
It's not the secret, but hopefully he can be on the show soon, sooner rather than later. But so those are the members. So no, you just want to go through the standings.
Yeah, at first right now, or should I do first last?
Let's do last and then
last.
Last to first?
Yeah.
Okay, so in last place we have Fantasy King, who is
That's Camden.
Camden.
He's having a tough go at it this season. Not really. He's 2-3, I believe. But he actually cannot sign into his fantasy team, and so he's having some struggles there. But he's a close I'll just let you keep going.
Okay, then in 7th we have defense, the MOM.
MOM.
Although she is coming off of 2 straight wins, right? Or is it a loss and then 2
I think
wins
a loss
prior?
and then a win. I'm not sure.
2 wins prior.
Then in 6th we have the DAD.
Yeah.
The DAD Destroyers.
Yeah, boy.
That's got to be.
Looking tough there. You know,
mean,
2 and 3.
That was a rough loss for me last week against the DAD Destroyers.
And then in 5th place we have Mid the King.
That is Miles.
Miles.
coming off of 3 rough losses.
Just
Three
right
lo-
on the edge of those playoffs.
I mean, yeah, it's been this past 3 games. I've gotten like over the past 3 losses I've had. I've gotten over 140 points every time. Last week I lost by 0.18 points, which is rough.
Oh,
Because Kansas City's defense got -1 point, so if they gotten 0 points, I would have won. That's rough.
that's definitely rough. In 4th place we have me, User Lurk.
User Lurk. Noah, your team. Noah's team is. It's a team of players that I feel like Noah's team is right in the middle. It's either a team of players that will get either
Like the bad
8
news
points
Bears.
or they'll get like 40. Like you just had Leonard Fournette get like 30 points. And Leonard Fournette has been putting up great numbers otherwise.
Tom Brady.
You know, Tom Brady,
consistently
he's
getting,
been
like,
putting
20
up points. But you got Tyler Lockett who's had some great games at the start of the season. So your team,
And some bad games.
yeah, you got a solid team.
In 3rd place we have Kelpie Bear.
That is
that is
Quinn
Quinn
Kelp.
Kelp.
Yep.
Yep.
He was on the show early. He and Miles actually made a questionable trade that may not have helped him in the long run, but now Miles has obtained both Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey
And Tyreek
on the
Hill.
same team. So that's going to be dangerous going forward.
I believe the term is lethal.
And then in
Lethal.
2nd place we have Quinn is better than you.
I had to make the username accurate, except for the one player that's better than
Don't
me.
you think that's a little, I don't know, cocky, pompous?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I
Let's
know
check.
I
what the
think
word
I have
pompous means.
the best team. I unfortunately have a questionable running back situation because I have David Montgomery and Nick Chubb, who are David Montgomery's on IR and Nick Chubb's out this week, so I decided a backup to start. So it's a little risky, but last week I did amazing. I won against. I won, and I was losing by a lot, and I had both Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown, who both put up over 30 points, so that was quite nice.
And then in 1st place we have Griffin's Goats. So
He has a great team. He's an amazing fantasy team. He has a young team. He has DeAndre Swift, I believe. I think he has Josh Allen, who's amazing. He is a phenomenal team. But what we actually did skip over, Noah, was your defense. Noah has the Bills defense, who put up 25 points, over 25 points, I believe, 2 weeks in a row. That's unheard of, especially from the defense. I mean, some of my wide receivers
Bills
don't
play
even do
today.
that.
No.
No, there's
Monday.
no games on
Saturday.
Saturday.
They play Monday.
Monday Night Football.
But that's how fantasy's going. We're only week 5, so things will
Hopefully.
change.
Hopefully Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill put up like 80 points.
Yeah, no.
It's very
So
possible.
things are still going, but that's how the fantasy is looking.
Early.
5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks. 5 weeks through. So, but other than fantasy, let's talk about the real NFL. Let's start it off. I'd like to talk about my Giants.
Okay.
You would?
That sound effect was perfect for the situation.
Let me just check and see
no.
what place the Giants are in their division.
We're in
look.
last. We know.
It says they are in the last of the NFC East, the worst division in football.
Okay. No, I'd like to.
All right, that's fine.
Last week
No, it's
against the
not.
Cowboys, we suffered a brutal loss.
Against
we
the
lost by
Cowboys.
Cowboys are I
Okay,
would
the
say a
Patriots
top
will
15
probably
team in the
lose to
NFL.
The Cowboys again.
Yeah, but anyways, Cowboys we lost by 25, I think, something crazy. 20, I think 22. I think it was 47-25. But still, we put up 25 points with an injured Giants team. Saquon Barkley, unfortunately, got injured for the second season.
Ouch.
He's still,
Yeah,
he
I
should
mean,
be back soon,
Nick
which
Chubb.
is great.
Nick Chubb this year has been better than Saquon Barkley, so
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, unfortunately,
was
is
being
not
pretty
living
bad
up.
anyway.
Is not living up currently to what I set him out to be. In the Saints game, which was in week 4, he had a phenomenal game. He played amazing. But unfortunately, he stepped on another dude's foot, rolled his ankle, and he should be out for 1 to 2 weeks. Daniel Jones had a concussion in that game, but he will be back Sunday against the Rams. So he's going to be back soon, which is great because Daniel Jones, he's playing lights out. And he's playing amazing. He had a career game against the Saints with 405 passing yards, I believe, which is amazing. So he's playing amazing. He's the leading rusher on the team. He's still got the scrambling aspect to him.
Amazing may not be what I would say about him, but he's been playing decent.
He's been playing phenomenal.
Decent.
I'd say Daniel Jones has been playing as a top 18 quarterback in the NFL.
Top 23.
No, does that mean because you have him at 23?
I do.
Anyways, then call him a draft bust, but he's not.
Yes,
Kadarius Toney.
Oh.
Kadarius Toney is he's obviously the first couple of games he didn't play too great, but past 2 games he played amazingly. If Miles wants to say decent, but he can't say that because Odell for the New York Giants, when he was a rookie, he was he was the Giants, obviously one of the Giants' best draft picks in a long time, and he broke the Giants' franchise record for most receiving yards in a single game. And Kadarius Toney just broke that record against the Cowboys with 187 receiving yards. He probably could have had more if he didn't decide to punch a Cowboys cornerback.
It was a bad punch.
It was a terrible punch, but
What's that all about?
he got thrown to the ground or something. Got mad.
You
Hit him
know, in
with the good old
football, when
1-2.
you get tackled.
Yeah.
So he
Terrible.
threw a punch?
Yeah, and he kind of whiffed. He whiffed it, but he went all in. He went closed fist. I went closed fist. That's how you break your fingers.
Yeah, when
Closed
you punch-
fisted into a mask? Face mask?
No,
Side of the helmet.
He pretty much
uh-huh.
missed his entire head.
Yeah, but Giants, terrible defense. Last year we had a great secondary. This year, not
Sorry,
so much.
I'm a little late on my punch. So
Yeah.
that was footage from.
Giants secondary and defense overall. Blake Martinez tore his ACL in the second game against the Falcons, which is terrible loss because it was indeed our defensive captain.
And you lost to the Falcons.
Yep. Anyways,
Pretty sad.
but so Blake Martinez out, Dribble Peppers out. Three of our 3 top wide receivers going into the year. Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Kenny Golladay, they were all out. Kadarius Toney's all we got, and he likes punching guys apparently. But our offense, I think, has been playing great. I think our
Great
offense
for the
has been playing mediocre. I think our defense has not been playing great at all.
I mean, the absence
especially
of Blake
compared to last
Martinez,
year.
as much as I hate to say it, the absence of Blake Martinez has significantly impacted your defense.
It has. And we like to play very soft on defense. We like to, prevent the big play downfield, and that's
sometimes though.
what?
It still happens though.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Instead of big plays down the field, you have 13-yard game.
Yeah,
13-yard games every other play.
which is especially terrible at the end of the game when we're winning, and we need to stop them, and then they just throw 47 yards because we're playing 50 yards back. Anyways, the Giants, I think, have been playing
Bad.
I think the Giants have been playing I think the Giants have been playing better than the Giants' standards. The Giants started, I
Still
believe,
worse than the rest
0-5
of
last
the
year.
NFL standards.
Giants last year started 0-5. I think now we're 1-4.
That's
But
an
we've put up over 20 points every game, which is pretty good. And we're putting up points on offense. It's just our defense is a mess, and our injuries are getting to us. Well, that's my thought on the Giants. Sorry, kind of
All right.
started to ramble a little bit.
We shall go on to the Patriots now. And there's not a lot to say about the Patriots. They're kind of playing.
They're terrible.
They've been playing better than people expected in some areas and worse in some areas. Like their defense has been somewhat underwhelming. Well, kind of. They made Tom Brady look really washed, but then they made the Texans look really good. And then their offense is sometimes real bad and sometimes real good. It's very strange. They almost lost the Texans, but then they almost beat the Buccaneers. They lost the Dolphins due to a fumble in the last seconds, but the Dolphins did have Tua Tagovailoa. They lost to the Saints. They beat the Jets. They lost. That's it. That's their 5 games. They've been playing better than the Giants. I would expect them to beat the Giants, hopefully. They have not been playing better than just a random mediocre team like the Steelers, who are pretty bad. I don't know. It's been a really weird season for them. Little technical difficulties here. Anyway, it's been a weird season for the Patriots.
Hold on a sec, Miles. Let me give that a little. Try to speak now.
Is this working?
You're back now.
Yay! My microphone is kind of
Hopefully
cutting out there. Anyway, some technical difficulties. Anyway, so, yeah, Mac Jones has really been impressing people. He's been by far the best rookie quarterback so far. The Patriots wide receiver core, who they got Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar, has not been playing well. Their tight end core was not playing well, but now they're playing pretty good. You have Jonnu Smith with the touchdown, Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Their special
Mac
teams
Jones
has been great.
Mac Jones has been especially outplaying who people thought was going to be the best rookie quarterback, at least throughout the preseason. Zach Wilson, who has not been having a good start to his NFL career. Mac Jones has been playing pretty well.
Yeah, to be fair to Zach Wilson, he
has no weapons.
His
Robbie
preseason-
Anderson, I guess.
His preseason was good. No, he doesn't have Robbie
Oh,
Anderson.
is he on the
Robbie
Panthers?
Anderson left 2 years ago.
Oh.
Quinn is mind blown.
Robbie Anderson's on the Panthers then, right?
Yeah, I think he still is. Anyway, yeah, Mac Jones, he's not really made solid connections, but the run game for New England has been terrible. First week it was good. Second week it was pretty bad. Then the rest of the time they've been getting like 30 yards. Against the Buccaneers, they got -1 total rushing yards, not including sacks. So that's so bad.
Who do you guys have at running back? You have Damon Harris. You don't have
He
Sony
got
Michel.
hurt. We don't have Sony
Do
Michel.
you have James White?
He got hurt. So it's like our starting running back is Rahim Moore Stevens.
Wait, do you guys still have who's the dude that sent you guys to Burkhead?
No, he's gone. Yeah, so our starting running back this week, tomorrow, is going to be Rahim Moore Stevenson. I don't really know how to say his name. It's kind of hard. But, yeah, that's not good. Our passing really hasn't been that good either. Our defense it hasn't been as good as people expected it to be, like it was a few years ago, but it's been solid. Matthew Judon has 6.5 sacks in 5 games. That's very good. That's second in the league.
Right behind Myles Garrett, I'm assuming.
Yes, behind Myles Garrett, who has a half sack more than him. J.C. Jackson has 2 interceptions. Jonathan Jones has been playing pretty well. I don't know. It really is a strange year for New England. No one knows. They're in the same boat as like the Raiders and the Broncos and the Panthers, where the first games they're playing, their schedules are either really difficult or really easy, and they have games that they should win that they lose and games that they should lose that they win. I don't know. People are really just confused about that. It's been 5 weeks, so usually you have an idea of how good that NFL team is through 5 weeks, but I mean, against the Cowboys, it should be more telling. No one really knows with New England. I'm hoping they're going to have a good year that makes it to the wild card.
I'd say that's like what's on the fence for New
There's
England.
pretty much no way they beat the Bills.
Either there's no chance they get first in the division. It's just whether they're going to make a wild card or if the season's starting to look bad, if they're going to start to tank this season, try to get a draft pick, which Patriots
Bill
I do
Belichick
see
will not do that.
rarely do, because Patriots are one of the best drafting organizations out there.
Yeah, except for in the first round. They're never good.
You're phenomenal in the 6th round for whatever reason.
Yeah, later 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th rounds, we always get really good players like Michael Uwenu, who was a 6th or 4th round draft pick, and now he's one of the He was last year the number 1 rated rookie offensive lineman, even better than Andrew Thomas, whom was the 3rd draft pick overall. And then you have
Quick
Michael
question.
Uwenu was like 100.
Hey, quick question. Does Michael Uwenu have a touchdown?
He does. Damn. He has 2, I believe.
You have got to be kidding.
And he has a better blocking.
Forget that.
rating.
Does Michael Uwenu have a elbow brace?
Michael Uwenu has better hair than Andrew Thomas.
Fair enough.
And a cooler logo on Instagram.
You got anything else to say about the
No, nothing
crumbling
else to-
Patriots team?
They have good special teams. Nick Folk has been very good. He's missed 1 field goal and it was from 57 yards. Not really his fault.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about who most people think, one of the better teams in the NFL is obviously Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, I can't wait
They
to
are-
just crap on their organization.
Kansas City Chiefs are not looking like a Super Bowl team.
Okay, I
I'd
do
be
have
honest.
a few comments about this.
I mean, no.
Going to surprise people. So, number 1 is Kansas City's schedule. The teams they've lost to 3 teams. The teams they've lost to have all been better than them, and they've all been good. They're like New England, where their schedule has been very telling of how good they are. Also, in Kansas City's wins, they've looked very good. I hate them so much, but they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, but no, the Kansas City defense is horrendous.
Oh, it's so bad. It's the worst defense in the NFL right now. And I have them on my
Tyrann
fantasy
the Clown
teams.
Matthew. Not it.
Daniel
They're terrible.
What if I always said Sorensen is a better safety than Matthew, and they're on the same team?
The Chiefs' defense is looking terrible. Patrick Mahomes has already thrown more interceptions.
He has the
this
3rd most
5 weeks,
interceptions
and-
behind 2 rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's already thrown more interceptions than he threw in the entire season last year.
Although last year he had like 23 dropped interceptions. So.
Yeah. So the Chiefs got to figure something out. I mean, they're playing tough teams,
Especially with their division this year.
They had a brutally lost to the Chargers, I believe.
Their division this year is the Chargers are looking good, which I really didn't expect. People were always saying that they were going to be a playoff team.
The Raiders
I didn't
somehow
really
always
saw that.
do well.
The Raiders always start well, but then fizzle, so I don't think they'll be a real competitor, and no one knows what the Broncos are doing right now.
Somehow the Broncos, through 4 weeks, were 4-0, I believe.
they're
or maybe they were
3-2
3-1
right
or
now.
something.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but they did play the Giants week 1.
It's a really strange year. I think right now the Chiefs need to work on their team because this is the first time in a while that all 3 teams have the potential of beating them.
And another thing I'd like to talk about, the only undefeated team in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray is playing lights out. Kyler Murray is looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL currently.
Despite him being short.
Yeah, no, but Kyler Murray, a lot of people thought going into this season that the Cardinals are going to finish either second
I
to
thought
last,
they'd finish
either
last
third
in
or
that
fourth
division.
in that division. Toughest division in the NFL in the NFC West. But right now they're in first place. They're going strong. Russell Wilson just had a big injury.
There's no possible way I can imagine that the Rams finish below the Cardinals.
I feel like that makes no sense. But
Those
I
are
mean, if
2 of the
Cardinals-
best teams in the NFL.
If the Cardinals keep playing the way they're playing right now, then who knows? Who knows what they'll be able
have
to
not
do?
had an insanely hard schedule, but they're going to play the Rams. They're going to play the Seahawks. They're going to
They
play
play
the
them. They play
49ers.
all these
Yeah.
teams twice a year. I mean,
They should beat the 49ers because Jimmy Garoppolo's not looked terrible and Trey Lance has looked awful. So is it
Didn't Jimmy Garoppolo get
or is
injured?
it- I don't think he might have. I don't know. Is it
George
gonna be
Kittle's out.
Jimmy Garoppolo? Is it going to be Trey Lance? Who's really looking
They
good?
they
I
got
don't know.
to they got to rely on Brandon Ayuk. They got to rely on.
I think he's out, too.
Debo Samuel.
Raheem Mostert's out.
Raheem Mostert's out. George Kittle's out. 49ers aren't looking as if now the 49ers are looking like they were looking like last year.
They're just not looking good. And on another note, the 49ers have Trey Lance. And really, this year, Trevor Lawrence has played terrible. Trey Lance has played terrible. Justin Fields has played bad. Zach Wilson has
But
played...
to be fair-
I will say he's played bad, but with a grain of salt because he's on the Jets.
To be fair, though,
He's played pretty bad.
most players who are drafted number 1, number 2 overall
don't end up
They
well.
normally don't pan out.
Unless they're Peyton
Because,
Manning.
the one quarterback that I've seen in a while that has actually turned the team around is Joe Burrow with the Bengals. But it's telling that they definitely made, not that they made the wrong choice with
And
Jamar
Kyler
Chase,
Murray,
but you can tell Joe Burrow is getting hit a lot in the backfield. But Jamar Chase looks like
He's going to get hurt
7.
again.
Jamar Chase looks like he's gonna have
Could have had
the
Penny
rookie of the
Sewell.
year. But we'll see how things pan out.
Also, for rookie quarterbacks, I don't know how, but Davis Mills has somehow been like the second best rookie quarterback.
Is he the
first one
Texans
has
quarterback?
been- yes. The first best quarterback has been undisputedly Mac Jones. Like, it's very, very difficult for anyone to argue against that. But Davis Mills has been better than Trevor Lawrence. He's been better than Justin Fields. He's been better than whoever else. I can't remember. Zach Wilson, yeah. He's just been good, especially last week against New England, despite him getting sacked 2 or 3 times. I don't know.
And my final thing that I like to talk about be before the break. Miles, you probably have other stuff that you want to talk about. Let's talk about Justin Tucker, possibly the best NFL kicker ever.
I don't know.
Justin
He's still
Tucker,
got a while to
He
go.
just hit the game winner. Yeah, he just hit a game winner against the Lions, which Lions are putting up fights against these good teams.
Except for they're still 0-5.
Yeah, somehow. Or not somehow. But Justin Tucker hit a 66-yarder to win the game against the Lions. So, I mean, Justin Tucker, I'd
It
say...
did go off the side of the post.
He had a lucky bounce. Hit the crossbar, bounced in. But that was, that was crazy. But the crazy thing about that was the same week, Matt Prater attempted a 68-yarder. And if Matt Prater were to be in the Ravens situation where he was kicking that 66-yarder, I think we would have drilled it. I think we would have had that. Matt Prater is looking like, for a while, he's been one of the best kickers in the NFL with distance-wise. But then, just 1 week later, the NFL had the most missed field goals in history.
And
What's
extra
going
points.
on? What's going on, kickers?
Nick Folk missed an extra point that game.
This is why you
He
don't
made
get
all
paid
his
a
field
lot.
goals. Yeah, I
What
don't know.
was the game that we were watching where it was missed field goal, missed field goal?
That was
Packers versus Bengals.
That
yeah.
was
There were 4, or it was Mason Crosby was 1 out of 4 in game-winning field goals.
that was
and
just
Mason-
disappointing.
Mason Crosby told Bengals kicker at the end, "You're gonna have a bright future," which is, great respect, but questionable after all those missed field goals.
From both kickers, yeah.
Yeah,
Packers ended up winning, right?
they did.
He was 1 out of 4 on game-winning field goals. That's still not something you want to have. If it was the Patriots kicker, he would have made it.
Yeah, but it's tough to tell. NFL, I think, once you can first say how things are gonna go in the NFL, it's through week 10. That's when you can kind of tell how things are gonna turn out. I think
You're saying it's still anyone's game.
I think it's still anyone's game. Giants don't have a chance, but anyone else.
All right, boys, we're gonna. All right,
We're gonna
everyone.
take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our little secret and team update.
All right.
With Miles and Quinn.
Wow, thanks, Dad. This is a great game.
You betcha! Pops Pretzels! Get your pops here! Get your pops here! Pops Pretzels! Get your pops here!
Hey, Dad, can we get a couple Pops Pretzels?
You betcha!
Sweet. Nothing compares to a warm, delicious, cooked to perfection Pops Pretzel at the game. Pops, they're perfect.
And if you can't make it to the game, let Pops Pre-Frozen bring the taste of the game to you.
Hey, this is Quinn, reminding you to head over to sportsbabbleVT.com for show recaps, sports updates, contests, news, and more. Plus, click that contact us link and send us your thoughts, questions, or ideas. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
With Miles and Quinn.
And we are back from our commercial break. Now, for the second half of the show, we're going to get into local news and sports, which is a big one. Are we having trivia today? No trivia? Okay.
We're out of trivia.
Yeah. There's internet's letting us down. For
We're
trivia.
out of trivia.
We're
That's
gonna,
great.
we're gonna let you guys know, let you guys in on our little secret, which isn't really secret. And we're gonna talk about the Sports Babble team. So, what would you like to start with, Miles? What do you
I say we start with local news and sports, then go to sports.
Local news and sports with Noah.
Noah.
You already know. We're here with me, myself, and I. Couldn't find the slide
Where's
for...
the slide?
I don't know.
It's on. Is it not in there anymore?
Dad, I'll tell you what. Before the show, Noah's deleting some unnecessary slides, which you guys will know why later in the video.
Uh-oh, do you think you deleted
Did
it?
you
I might
delete
have
local
accidentally
news and
deleted it.
sports?
Where is it? I don't
I'm
even
not
know
sure.
where that slide is now.
Well, anyways, let's just get right into it. You already know it's with me, myself, and I. Local news and sports with me, Noah. Started off strong. Soccer season is going great for People's Academy. Right now, the JV. I like that. I like that sound.
I thought
yeah,
that was,
'cause
I
we're
thought
the
that was,
Wolves.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
completely
I thought
honest.
that
I
was
thought
good.
that was you.
We
I
are
thought
the
that
Wolves.
was really random, but then
That
I
was
was like,
good.
oh yeah, we're the Wolves.
Yeah, there you go.
Right
DAD
now,
strikes again.
the People's Academy Wolves varsity team is coming off a win, but after 2 losses against some pretty good teams. And
What's your guys' record? Are you 3-1?
Yeah.
8-3-1. I
Yeah,
think
we've
is your record.
we tied once against Stowe, which was
that's a great record.
yeah, that's a good record. Boys JV team, you guys, how you guys doing so
We have
far?
a
We're
wacky
4
record.
and 2.
Yeah, we have a bit of a wacky record. We're 4-4-2.
We're
Um,
winning games we shouldn't be winning, and we're losing games we shouldn't be losing. I don't know.
That's the way it
But
goes.
we're gonna have a tough game coming up on Monday against
Varsity
Lamoille,
Lamoille.
which is good. That's gonna be a tough one.
JV Peoples versus Varsity Lamoille.
Ooh.
We'll see how that one goes.
They don't,
Shall win.
That'd be
you
a good
guys
game.
got them.
Homecoming is coming up for the boys over the weekend.
Next Saturday.
Does someone actually come home? For like, what is home?
I
we
think
play at
like
home.
I mean, I'll come home after school.
do you come home? Like, does someone come home?
I think the people who graduated.
It's a Spider-Man
come home?
movie.
Sometimes they some of those guys are.
It's a Spider-Man movie.
so. If they all go home, who goes to the game?
What do you mean?
Well, they're all coming home.
There's gonna be no fans at the game.
Yeah, because they're all coming home.
I'm a little confused.
If everyone goes home,
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
they can't go to the game. 'cause
Very
that's
funny.
not their home.
Okay. Anyways, the
It would've been
girls
funny if they
varsity
understood.
team only have one team this year for the soccer team, and they're not doing very good this year. I think they've only won like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah,
so
but
That's not good.
yeah, they got no JV team. They don't got enough players. Or if they did, they'd have like no subs, which is tough
Yeah.
to have a soccer team with no subs.
cross country team. I think they've
I
only
did-
had like one meet so far.
No, they have
they've
a
had-
meet today.
They had one. They had a home meet, I believe, last week.
I think they've had like 3 or 4 meets. I don't know. My sister's on the varsity team, but she's not running because she's injured.
Ooh,
Mm.
injury. Mm.
Injuries all about.
So what about? Oh, you know what else?
They're not
golf.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the golf.
They're not like they
Um,
don't have a regular schedule. Like they
Oh.
don't play a meet every week. They do a meet every 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know. It's a little confusing.
The
worried about my
golf
microphone.
team is did very well. They went to states for golf, and I believe they got 4th for their
Third.
team.
Ty
Third?
got third. Ashton got fourth.
No, for their team though, like team overall, I think it was 4th.
Check. There I am.
Yeah, I think it was 4th too.
Mm-hmm. So
Yep.
they did really well this year. Had a pretty good team. Had some players that kind of struggled throughout the year, but also some other players on other teams that really thrived. And I think I don't really know much about golf, but I heard that they did really well, and so congrats to them.
I do know that there's less concussions in golf.
Not
that's for
none,
sure.
but less.
No, how are you feeling? by the way?
Foreshadowing.
Good.
I'm worried that we're going to have technical difficulties because my microphone is cutting in and out. Oh, see, there it is now. I'm worried we're going to have that static issue
Why?
when we're
What's that
recording.
from?
I think our gear is just getting old.
Maybe.
The old. Hopefully we're good, but I'm
But
suspecting that we may not be good here.
Yeah, but you guys
We'll
might
see.
have noticed
We'll see.
there's no Flashy in this episode.
No flashy because Noah, tell us why we prohibited flashy here today.
Prohibited flashy.
He's on the ground right there. He's not banished.
I'm in concussion
still
protocol right now because our last game against was it Lindenville?
Yes.
Linden State
Yeah,
or Linden
Linden.
Tech or whatever.
Linden
Um,
Institute.
Thank you, Miles.
Which we won 1-0. Just ball hit
Brutal
my head a little
game.
too hard. So
Yeah, but
Saw stars.
yeah, for a bit.
but you'll be back strong for playoff season.
Yeah, you're out
Yeah.
this week though. He's out Wednesday.
Yeah, where we play Hazen, right?
Is
Yeah.
Hazen good? I feel like
Their
Hazen isn't
division.
that good.
They're actually in our division, I believe.
They're in our division.
We don't play a
Okay.
lot of Division 3 teams.
No.
But our team has played. We did play we played a 4-3-3.
No. He meant we played a 4-4-4
Then
with
I-
no
No goalie.
And only 3 players.
So study our thing.
We got-
really like to
we got a
give the
new
balls to our
formation.
goalie and just let him do everything.
Do you think that formation is here to stay?
I think so. That's what they did last year. Actually, they did that a lot, and they did go to the championship and ended up winning. So, and that's really like what led to a lot of stops on the defensive end. We had a really strong defense last year. A bunch of good strikers. A good crossing system with really fast players and tall players. So, I think even though that we lost a bunch of those guys due to graduation, I feel like we still have a good chance of going into the championship this year, or
I
at
would
least
agree.
doing well in the playoffs. But there are other really good teams like Virgin, Stowe, Harwood, which are doing
Heck yeah.
really well this year, beating
Yeah.
teams by 5 and stuff like that. So
Yep.
definitely teams to look out for, but you still have a chance going into those games and stuff like that. So I think that's all I got for local news and sports.
Local news and sports with
Back to you
Noah.
guys.
Back to us.
Well, thank you for that, Noah. But now we are going to go on to Lane's Lowdown. This is.
I didn't like that sound.
I didn't like that
This
sound
is,
either, Miles.
this is what I mean by the sports battle team update. Unfortunately, Lane's Lowdown Miles
He's dead.
is
Oh, that's
That's-
awful.
that's awful.
That is awful.
he's not he's still living and doing well, but
I
he
meant
is
the
unfortunately,
lowdown is dead.
for now not going to be participating in sports
The
battle.
lowdown is paused.
He's not going to be participating in sports battle. He always has a spot open, so if he's ever ready to come back, he can. But we just started school back up. He's got stuff going on. He also plays soccer. So stuff's going on. Not always a lot of time for sports battle, but he's got stuff going on. That's probably big
Does he have
reason why
stuff going on?
Does
Yes.
he have stuff going on?
Does he have stuff going on?
Next thing you know, you'll see a little sports battle with Miles Lane.
Oh, you
Ooh.
think he's gonna be competing? You think that's what he's doing? Do you think he's working on a different show?
He's gonna have the same backdrop and everything.
Darn it! All right, now
backdrop.
without
Facts was like 14 cents.
The patented sports babble backdrop.
without any further ado,
I mean, it's real.
I think it's
Guys,
time for the big.
we got a
update.
secret. I feel like you're pressing stuff, so I'm gonna let you do your thing.
I'll press something
Okay.
after.
We are going to be interviewing an NFL player. It's Tom Brady. No, I'm kidding.
We already did that.
Try that
Actually,
again.
Yeah, we already
Tom
interviewed
Brady.
him.
And we already interviewed
We
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins. We're going to be interviewing our third ever NFL player.
This
is
is
a big
actually
one.
for real.
This is for
This
real.
is for real. Like Kirk Cousins was for real.
It was, yeah. Remember, I asked him what his favorite poker thing was, and then he said something that I remember.
You like that? You like that?
You like that? Anyways, we are going to be interviewing the one, the only, Rashawn Gary.
Number 52, Green Bay Packers. Absolute.
He has the tied
10.
He has the tied 10th most quarterback hits through 5 weeks.
Tied
With
with
T.J.
T.J.
Watt.
Watt,
That's
who
pretty impressive.
won last year. Didn't win last year Defensive Player of the Year. Should have.
He has more quarterback hits. He has more quarterback hits
Sorry, that
than
was him
Aaron
coming through.
Darnold. That's pretty good, right?
That's amazing. You know, obviously, he's on the Packers, number 52. Watch out for him if
Yeah.
you play quarterback.
Real, but when you're watching your Green Bay Packers games, really look at him because he is
He's
threat.
a force to be reckoned
He-
with.
he's-
He's big. Already through this season, I believe he is 2 sacks, maybe 1.5. His
One of them was
he
amazing.
he
It was
the
a
12th
one-handed sack while
he
he
was
was
the
being
12th
held.
overall pick in his draft year. He was 12th overall. He was one of the Packers' 2 first-round picks, and he was the first one. Went 12th overall. You know, speaks for
something.
itself. He went to Michigan State. You know, but we will be interviewing.
So when is this
soon.
interview?
We don't know.
We're
TBD.
lining up schedules. Is that what's going on now? I
Yeah,
believe.
you know.
Well, we did
Did you
did
guys-
send the
He is
messages
he
to
is
him.
a starting NFL player, so he's.
Didn't you send him some draft questions?
We have
did.
sent him the questions. We won't. We'll leave that. That will be our next surprise.
We won't be
What the
telling you
questions
any
were.
of that.
no, we won't. Well,
But
that's
yeah, we're gonna
pretty
be
big news.
interviewing him
Pretty
soon.
big episode.
So watch out for that. You know, make sure to keep your eye on Sports Babble. You know, turn on the notification bell so when that does get uploaded, you are notified and you know when to watch it.
Also, you know, something we may do is maybe we just post like a short clip of a sack he gets. You know, maybe we do that.
Ooh.
Maybe we do.
Ooh.
Maybe we don't. That's
Whoa.
just spitballing off the old
Whoa.
noodle.
And maybe we say post that short clip of a sack he gets. and we
Somebody,
write interview with Rashawn Gary. and we see
somebody
how it
get me a
does.
raincoat because the creative juices are flowing in here.
That was good.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Thorough.
But that wraps up for this episode of Sports Babble Miles and Quinn. It was a bit of a longer one. That's okay. Sports Babble.
It was a good one. though.
40
It was
minutes.
a great one. You know, watch out for Rashawn Gary if you play quarterback.
He's coming.
Watch out.
He's coming to Sports Battle.